known as Mad Dog Barfog.
Mad Dog travels to distant lands working as a computer security consultant.
Hey, what's going on? Once again, I'm back with another wife swap video. Yeah, I bet you guys are real happy that I'm finally consistently uploading. I haven't left to the store to get milk and cigarettes yet. Anyways, this was an episode that I was really excited to look at, and I was actually really excited to look at this one. I wanted to get that last one out of the way. I know I said I was going to make a part 2 to that one, but again, that one was kind of boring, and the ending of that didn't really have much going on. I mean, aside from, it was just focused on the mom being a dickhead again, which, like, I don't care. I need to look at something outside of it. And plus, there's only really so much I can say about that family. So, yeah. So, here I am looking at this really odd wife swap family. And this one is just bizarre. You have one family that is pretty standard and normal for the 2000s, and then you have another family which is trying to live in the medieval times, which is pretty fucking weird. I don't really know much about them prior to watching this episode. I don't really remember much about them, but Jesus Christ. I'm not even gonna yap too much. Let's just get right into this.
Meet the Stamper family from Ohio.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about right now? I feel like I'm staring at like some fucking Hogwarts attendees, dude. But what I'm trying to figure out is, how the hell did they find out about this TV show? They don't have modern day technology.
They live in a medieval fantasy world.
Yeah, right. They look like fucking background characters from Shrek. This is actually stupid and this is actually fucking ridiculous to me. But like I said, how the hell did these guys find out about this show? They don't have TV. They're living like it's the 1800s.
Stephanie believes her role as a medieval wife is to treat her husband Greg as a king.
Man, if this guy's a king, then I think I'm the fucking Queen of England. Kinda feel bad for his wife and his kids to an extent, because let's be honest, right, you only live once, and like, they just spent their one time on Earth being this guy's servants, and his wife spent her one time being this guy's queen, which, respectfully, I'd rather have Andre the Giant fart directly into my nostrils and spend my life role-playing Dungeons and Dragons with this fucking guy.
And stay at home with their children to protect them from the evil influences of the outside world.
I swear to God, it's never one of these fucking families where it's like, oh, don't let them go outside, don't let them go to school, don't let them do anything, I don't know why the fuck these families always end up having children. It's like they don't want these kids, so they just keep them trapped inside. What the hell is going on here? Like, the things that are going on outside are never as bad as what's going on in your fucking stupid households.
And the Haggertys from Florida. 21st century mom Lisa has 2 jobs. She barely spends any time with her kids, who she encourages to be outgoing and independent.
I will say, that is a step up from whatever the fuck these guys are doing over here, but
she barely spends any time with her kids.
I don't know, I'd try to work on that a little bit if I were you. I mean, yeah, they'll be independent without you being around as much, but I mean, yeah, at the same time, you need to be around because you're their mom. They kind of need you.
Who she encourages to be outgoing and independent, trusts them so little that she searches their rooms while they're out.
Why the hell does this guy look so mad, bro? What the fuck happened?
To be fair, they probably ripped him away from his PS2 just to film this sorry-ass intro. I wouldn't be too happy about that either.
It's always too often that one of the families looks like, you know, they're smiling, they look all happy and all that, and then the other one looks like they're about to go to war with people. Even the kids don't look happy. Also, she checks their rooms. I don't want to know what the fuck this guy's been up to. But you'd probably be able to trust your kids if, you know, you actually spent time with them.
Real home.
Alright, fuck this intro. I'm gonna skip ahead of this. Let's just get into the episode.
A long time ago, in a land far, far away.
I want you guys to envision this, right? What if you guys are, like, walking out to, you know, check the mail, and then you see these two walking around just like this? What are you gonna do?
Stephanie and Greg Stamper's obsession with medieval times has taken over every part of their lives.
Listen, alright, despite my jokes, despite what I just said earlier, I will say I don't care if you live like this, alright? If this is how you want to live, go for it, but I don't think you should have kids and then make them grow up like this, alright? If you want to live your life like it's a fucking Elder Scrolls game, then sure, go on ahead, but why would you have kids and then make them and force them to grow up like this? Because again, this is like 2006, the world was transitioning. Technology was coming into, you know, it was coming into play. The internet was coming into play. Phones were coming into play. Shit was changing. And they're going to go out into that world they probably were going to go out into the world around, like, I don't know, the 2008 recession and be absolutely train wrecked by what was going on. And because of you guys, they aren't going to know what to do.
We enjoy recreating the best of the Middle Ages.
I got involved in the historic reenactment first and got the whole family involved.
Why can't families like this ever just have something that they want to do? Like, there's a few other examples that I'm probably going to cover in the future. I covered the family where they're like, you know, the nasty-ass family from the last episode I covered, where they were like, oh yeah, we like to live with fucking $1 clothes, use a shame bathwater, and be nasty. Why? Okay, you can live like that, but why have your kids live like that? Not only are this guy getting his kids in on it, but he has his fucking wife treating him like a king because it's a roleplay. This guy just kind of seems like a fucking Reddit mod who managed to somehow get a wife and family, and now he has them roped up into this bullshit.
It's a fantasy world. We don't have to worry about other people interacting with it. We don't have to worry about modern world concerns.
You don't have to worry about modern world concerns. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit because how do you know about this TV show to begin with? Also, as we will see later on, this dad works in computer science. I'm not making that up. Your fantasy bubble drops when you go over to work in your Nissan Pathfinder to your computer science job. Also, those kids are gonna one day have to leave the house because, you know, your parents aren't around forever. I'm expecting that your kids are gonna leave and go into the real world someday. I don't even know how they're gonna survive in the world. The world is way different now, especially since this episode is 20 years old, so I don't even know what they're doing now.
It's a step back to a slower time.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me twice.
You have clothing, you have items that you need to build, you have to devote time to it. Part of what we do is develop an alternate personality.
Alright, fuck all this Reddit talk. I know you guys don't want to hear that shit. Basically, what he's doing is he has his family living, like, role-playing. They have, like, different names, like it's D12 or some stupid shit. And they also make shoes and clothes, and while that is good, you know, it's a cool skill to have. You can make money off of it. I don't think it's really cool when this is the shit that you happen to be pumping out, alright? And also, this is their way of education for their kids. Yeah, their kids don't go to school or anything. They don't learn anything. They learn how to make shoes and clothes, which, like I said, that would be cool and useful. But that's useful when the clothing you make isn't complete dog shit. Because, look at this. Just look at this shit. I mean, if you guys were to want to go out in public and go shopping at Target wearing whatever the fuck this lady's wearing here, then sure, go on ahead, but I don't see that going out well.
Persona.
My persona name is Ursula Grutner.
I am Damon Stamper. My name is Ulrich.
You know what? Maybe these kids probably shouldn't go to public school. Let's just keep it a buck. Orc? Yeah, okay, dork.
My name is Tara Stamper, and my persona name is Dorinda.
Dorinda. I don't even know what to say at this point, man. That's not even a name. That's not even any... I don't even know what to say at this point. What the
I'm known as Mad Dog Barfog.
King Mad Dog Barfog. Man, your name sounds like a fucking DeviantArt furry OC on crack.
Mad Dog travels to distant lands working as a computer security consultant.
What's with the narrator on this show and making backhanded comments? Why does he always do this? I swear to God, he did this. He's been doing this in every single episode. Ever since I started covering the show, I make a comment about how the narrator is a disrespectful bastard. Oh, King Mad Dog journeys over to work in his Nissan Pathfinder. But also, I'm sorry, I thought this guy was from the 1500s. Why are you working in computer science? I thought this guy would work at like a Renaissance fair or something. You're being a poser at this point, dude. What the fuck is this?
And is rarely home.
For about 3 weeks out of the month, I'm away from my family.
Dude, what the... That completely contradicts everything that you've told us about y'all. What the fuck? So this guy is so old-timey and shit. But you're still working in computer science, and you're not actually really at home doing this shit. So your family is just medieval all the time. Your family has to roleplay be stuck in 1529, while you're out there in your Nissan Pathfinder going to work on your PC, probably playing Half-Life 2 on your downtime, using the latest Windows, and driving your car like there's no tomorrow. That manages to make everything about y'all like 10 times more infuriating. How are you all good to go and use technology but not your kids?
We intertwine our historical reenactment within our homeschooling by sewing and learning how to cook. For phys ed, we dance.
Alright, I don't know about the dancing, but the sewing and the cooking, yeah, that's all like good stuff, you know? Like, that's like, those are like electives that you have in high school. But when did they learn like math or read or English? When did they do anything?
And as the kids don't have friends, they don't need cell phones either.
I swear to God, this narrator hates his family as much as I do. Since these kids are fucking losers and they have no friends, they don't have any phones. What the hell?
I have plenty of friends. I have my dog.
Yeah, man, this guy has a lot of friends, right? He's Joe Popular. Fuck off, narrator.
My parents trust me enough that we don't need rules. Use common sense around here and you'll be okay.
Well, I'm not gonna be coming around your house anytime soon, so I guess I'll be fine. But you know what? I've looked at this family a long time. I've looked at them for almost half of this video. So you know what? Let's just talk about the other family. Look at what they're doing a little bit. Try and see what they're doing.
Lisa Haggerty is a thoroughly modern 21st century mom who's always on the move.
She's not that modern, dude. She's just stuck. Those other people are just stuck in fucking 1549. Except for the husband. He's just role-playing, which is stupid.
No, I just feel like I can't slow down. I feel like there's always something that needs to be done. Hello, class. I am a substitute teacher.
You know what? This is actually pretty interesting. I don't think we've ever seen a teacher, or I don't think I've seen a teacher on this show. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite interested to see what her take on that other family's method of education is.
Sometimes it aggravates me because I'm like, can she take a break?
Okay, listen, I know that as an adult, you know, when you have kids, you need to put food on the table. I almost fucked it up, but it's becoming a problem with her not being there for her kids. I don't know if she's able to, like, try and adjust her schedule. Why am I talking about this like this is current day? This is like 2006. This is 20 years ago. But I mean, I hope she actually fixed that. Because I mean, if the kids are complaining about it, and even the narrator is talking about it, that has to be a problem. This is your character intro.
In this modern family, as he's home during the day, it's Julius who takes care of the kids and the cooking.
I prefer the way I seen it when I grew up, as the woman did the cooking and then seen her husband off to work.
Yeah, nothing like that nowadays, bud. It's not like that. Yeah, the thing about the old days is they're the old days. Yeah, not for you, bud. Sorry, times have changed, and the prices of things are going up.
The responsibilities are the laundry, vacuuming, dishes. We don't eat together as a family very often at all.
You know what? All this talk about chores and all this shit, it has me thinking, what does she do? If the dad's always with the kids, and the dad's cooking, and the kids are always, like, cleaning and shit, what are you doing? Because it's not like the dad doesn't have a job, because they stated that he does, so what's going on here?
Because we straddle in the way that we do.
Alexandria and myself will sit down and eat first, then Justin and Victoria come in, then they'll sit down and eat.
Does she just not do anything? I'm a bit confused. I mean, it's not something that I'm just start rambling on about, but damn, that kind of sucks. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at swap because this is boring.
After an 800-mile journey, the wives get to see where they'll be living for the next 2 weeks.
But imagine if that girl, that Ursula chick, imagine if she starts complaining about, like, seeing the PlayStation 2 or some shit. Like, come on, you live in the medieval times. There's no way that this house is worse than yours.
Got a lot of damn swords around. Are they real? We might have to hide these until I get to know them.
You know what? I will give that medieval family one thing. If someone breaks into that house, they are fucked. Because I'm willing to take a bet that Orc, whatever this guy's name is, I'm willing to bet that he knows how to use that shit. You know what? On that same point, though, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably have to hide those things as well. I don't want to get into an argument with whatever this guy's name is again. What is his name again? Fucking Orc. Lars Ulrich. I don't want to get into an argument with him and then have him slit my throat while I'm sleeping. No thanks. These are medieval people, too. They'll probably do that shit.
Home entertainment, TV, another TV. There's a television in every room.
Yes, dude. Very good. Very good, Ursula. I like how, yes, it's good. Your eyes work. You can count. I think it's kind of weird that this chick is complaining about seeing TVs when she has fucking swords hanging up on her wall.
That's a harp? Oh, that is so cute.
Asked to go in my room. Uh-oh, we like privacy.
Oh, good lord. It's one of these parents that thinks that privacy is a earned right or some bullshit. I can just tell from that comment right here. I'm betting you that Ursula thinks that this house is weird. That this house is like the Upside Down.
What the hell?
They have a chore list? She's one of those.
Don't you do all the chores back at your house? Don't you treat your husband like a king? How are you laughing at a chore list? Wouldn't that make it easier for you? I thought you'd be a fan of that shit. This doesn't make any sense.
Ridley, welcome to the House of Neverwinter.
You remember how earlier I said that this guy is just a fucking Reddit mod who somehow managed to get a wife? Yeah, that kind of just confirms it right there.
I have 2 jobs. 2? What does he do?
Literally on the same page. He's a corrections officer, or I think a security guard. Something like that. He has a job. Just because she happens to have two doesn't mean he has none. Finish reading the fucking paper before you react. Now you look like a complete dumbass.
I like to be treated like a queen. Well, in my house, she's going to be treating my husband like a king.
And what exactly makes Mad Dog from GTA over here deserve to be treated like a king? What exactly does it make him deserve to be like that shit? I mean, he works, sure, but I mean, he probably doesn't even wash his own ass or something. He better not go to this house and treat this douchebag like he's a king, because he's not.
For him, clean for him. It's your duty as a wife. No, it is not.
Listen, alright, I get that they're living in the old times from like fucking the 1400s, but just because you get married to someone or just because you're dating someone does not mean that you need to fucking wash their hands and wash their back for them. Okay, trust me, they're their own grown adult. They can do that shit for themselves. They don't need your help. They don't need to be treated like a child, which in my opinion, that's just kind of what it is. Being treated like a king might as well be treated like a 5-year-old. This is not the fantasy world he thinks it is. It's, you know, America. We have freedom for a reason. In fact, we got rid of kings for a reason, for that very same thing. Sure, we have the president, but still, we have freedom for a reason. We got rid of, like, the oligarchy for a reason. Also, he works in computer science. That contradicts everything.
My kids must be involved in the world through school and lots of friends. Blood is thicker than water. Your family's there for life.
This shit just kind of pisses me off because I hate that saying of blood is thicker than water. That shit is stupid. Because I don't see you talking to your parents. Where are your parents at? Where's Mad Dog's parents at? Your kids aren't going to be around forever. At some point, they need to move out and go into the real world. That blood is thicker than water shit is stupid.
The kids in the Middle Ages didn't go to public school, and they did just fine.
They all believed in stupid shit like the lady next door being a witch, and then they proceeded to burn her at the stake. And then they all died of, like, the Black Plague. If things were fine, then nothing would have changed.
Last thing we did together is play cards, but I don't remember when that was. Ooh, the family's in for a good time with me.
Yeah, I really doubt that. I think they're gonna hate this woman. But, you know what? I'm gonna start warning you guys soon. I always tend to end these videos, like, really abruptly. Sometimes out of nowhere, so I'm gonna tell you guys now. We're gonna go on for maybe a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna head out after that.
We each take on a different medieval character that becomes our alter ego and use our imaginations to travel to distant lands.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, that's exactly how I laughed and how I reacted when I read this episode synopsis. I could not believe that this shit was actually real. I had to watch it for myself. You have motherfuckers walking around named Orc and Dorlinda, holding swords and dancing with swords and all that shit. Someday these kids are gonna go out to Target or some shit, and then they're gonna try and be like, one of the employees is gonna be like, oh hey, what's going on? And they're gonna be like, oh hey, I'm Orc. Hey, you guys happen to know where the garlic is at? And then they're probably gonna get some odd stares while they're there, I'm not gonna lie.
Next, the wives meet their new families. Lisa battles Damon in a war of wills. Talking like this in your time.
Oh, good God, calm down, Orc. Jesus Christ. You better watch out. He's gonna end up using one of those swords to cut her hands off.
Look at you guys! Mr. Damon! Hey, Damon!
And you are?
I'm Stephanie.
Absolutely dying to know what your name is.
My name is Lisa.
Why the hell are they talking to each other like that? They sound like cartoon characters. That's real cool, fake, friendly introductions, but I'm trying to see how they all feel about each other, you know? I want to see bullshit go down. That's why we're all here.
What do you do for a living?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Don't worry, I'll tell you. She roleplays as like a fairy or whatever the fuck named Ursula. That's what she does for a living, and she treats her husband like a king. Dodge her at all costs.
I met the new family. I didn't tell them about any of our medieval involvement because I want it to be a really big surprise.
Yeah, it'll be a real big surprise, alright. I really can't imagine any of this going down well, if I'm being completely honest.
My wife treats me as a king.
Yeah, I read that.
She takes care of all the household duties. You go do some middle-age cooking. Have you ever seen a rutabaga?
I want to sound like a moron, but what the fuck is a rutabaga? What is that? I don't feel like looking it up. What even is that? Alright, fuck that shit. I just went back on my word. I looked it up. It's just a root. It's a root. It's a vegetable. It's a root. I don't know why the hell he called it that. That shit makes no sense.
I thought this was the kookiest family I could ever be going to. And that just doesn't sit right with me.
I don't know what this guy is even expecting either. He's not gonna get treated like a king by this lady. She just walked in there. She barely knows you. You know, I can't help but really feel bad for this lady. I mean, yeah, she could spend a little bit more time with her kids, but God, nobody deserves to go over to a household like this. Nobody deserves to live at that household for even a second.
You really need to pamper your guy. Maybe she'll learn a little bit in my house.
All she's going to learn is that your house smells like fucking garlic and ass, and that your husband's a Reddit mod that somehow managed to pull you. You really expect this random woman to go over there and treat your husband like a king? That's not gonna happen. She barely knows that guy. She's not brainwashed like you.
Greg has decreed there be a medieval feast for the gentlefolk of the Kingdom of Ohio.
What the fuck, bro? The Kingdom of Ohio? I'm sorry to the people that live out there in Ohio, but, what the fuck? The Kingdom of Ohio. That has to be the worst sentence that has been uttered in this entire episode so far. We're barely into it, and that has to be the worst sentence I've ever heard in my entire life. They just keep managing to impress me with this.
And Lisa must dress for her role.
I'm not wearing that. I'm wearing this either.
Jesus, this is going out real sad. I don't know how much more I can take of this, so I think that's going to be about all I can take for this today. Sorry I took a bit of time off. I took about a day or two off. I was going to upload this earlier, like sometime on Friday, but I had too many videos to edit, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, because I know I did. Like I said, too, I was really excited to look at this episode, because, again, it's just too stupid. But I also can't really show too much of the wife swap without possibly getting copyrighted. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't want to take the risk. I don't want them to claim the video, or, fucking putting ads on it so that they'll get that money from it, not me. You know, I don't really want that to happen, so, you know, if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and I'll, of course, probably make a part 2, as I usually do with these types of episodes, and I'll try and get that out as fast as I possibly can. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, again. Sorry for me not uploading this when I was supposed to on Friday. I mean, it is nice to be apologizing for uploading it a day off rather than, you know, uploading it a month later, sometime, like how I did with my other wife swap video, so sorry about that. But anyways, thanks for watching, and, you know, that's about it. See ya.